everybody. I'm going to show you how to make this really cute little Valentine treat box. Pinch the heart, open it up. There's your little treat inside. It just slides right on out. Delicious Ghirardelli squares, love them. Anyway, it features the My Hero stamp set, which is our stamp set that supports Ronald McDonald House Charities. And every time you buy this stamp set, Stampin' Up! Donates $3 to Ronald McDonald House. It's really cute, has different stamps for different seasons and times of the year. Also coordinates with several of our punches and some of our framelit dies too. We're also going to be using the Sweet and Sassy framelit dies, all the different shapes of hearts. It has the traditional heart and this cute little curvy hearts. So we're going to use that, and then also be using the Playful Palette Designer Series paper stack, and it has all these really cool artistic designs in there, and there's 48, so there are tons of them, and that's 6 by 6. So let me go ahead and show you how we're going to make that. Put these things aside. First, I'll put those up there too. First, we're going to start with a piece of Blushing Bride paper that measures 4 inches by 10 1/4 inches long. And then we also will need a cut up piece of the Playful Palette DSP, which measures 2 7/8 by 2 5/8. It's a little slightly longer than a traditional square, but you should be able to get 4 of these out of every piece, and you can get 2 of these out of every piece of 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So, and they are double-sided. I'm going to use the Sweet Sugar Plum side. As far as the scoring on your piece of Blushing Bride, you will need to score on the long side at 3 inches, 3 5/8, 6 5/8, and 7 1/4. And then on the short side, you're scoring at 5/8 and 3 5/8. And I'll have these measurements there as well so that you can see them in case you missed it. And so the first thing we're going to do is use our scissors to cut off the last 2 rectangles of any end. They're both the same, so you can pick an end. You'll cut off this one and this one all the way to here, completely off. Do that on that side, and then repeat it on the other side. Okay. Then you will also need to cut just up to the score line on all 4 of these little scores so that you can fold your box up. Okay, we'll get these things aside, out of our way. And then you can go ahead and adhere the piece of Designer Series paper to that end where you cut off the sides. You will just center it. Again, it is longer on one side, so make sure you figure out which way that is before you adhere it down. And then with our classic label punch, we are going to cut this little slit that we need. And you will center it from the left to the right, and then bring it up as far as till you can see the end of the paper right at the edge of the punch. And that'll give you a good spot for you to punch it. Okay, so you have that. You do not need that. Okay. Then we'll put that aside for just a moment, and we'll get a scrap of our Very Vanilla cardstock, and we'll be using our Sweet Sugar Plum stamp pad and the cute little saying in the stamp set that says a little Valentine sweetness. So we're going to stamp that down. Get that centered right there. Really doesn't matter, it's just a scrap. And then we will end up cutting it out on our Big Shot with this little heart die. It is, I think it's this one right here in the set. Fits perfectly around here. So I'm going to cut that. But first what I'm going to show you is on our box, as you noticed, sorry that my arms are in the way, that I cut out the little heart on the inside. So in order to do that, what you need to do is figure out where the bottom of your box is and the inside. So kind of just fold it a little to give that idea. And this is how your box will open. So you want to turn your box piece this way with this piece of DSP facing downward in front, and you will stick the heart right here as you run it through the Big Shot. So we will do that real quick. So I have that little piece cut out. It is the same size as my little Valentine sweetness piece, which is a little off. I went a little fast. But you have that there. And I've already punched out a piece of the sweet sugar plum with our sweetheart punch. So you'll need that for the back of your little sentiment, just to give it something to outline it. I stuck that there. And then the next thing you will want to adhere your box, put it together, fold down all the score lines, and hold on a second, okay. And then just get those nice and burnished so you can fold it up real well. And I like to use the fast fuse. You can use the tear and tape, but I like to use the fast fuse. And I will fold these two little squares on the inside and put fast fuse on those. And then keeping these flat, I will run fast fuse along that as well. And just go ahead and adhere the box. Okay, so there's your cute little box. And then in order to adhere this, you need to just crease it slightly and find the middle. And we will use our mini glue dots. And you'll just put 3 of those lined right on the back, right there. So one there, another there, and the last one on top. Okay, so it doesn't matter how well they're done, but just enough to get them centered in the middle. And you can stick that right there. I like to put it towards the bottom of the slit so that when I put it up here, the box kind of slides open, but if I put it down here, it will hold it closed. And then I have already punched out a piece of the Blushing Bride glimmer paper just to give it a cute little accent. Excuse me, I did not punch it out. I used one of the framelits, the Sweet and Sassy. So just put that right there. And the last thing, most important, stick your little Ghirardelli squares in there. So cute. And you are finished. Thanks for watching.